Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only AI Legends, and yeah guys, today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto was betrayed? Was the betrayed emperor of the west. Well guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the first part, so I have finally decided to do the next part of this series. So hope that you guys will like it, and please guys, if you guys are new to this channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It will really help me a lot as I want to reach 10k as quick as possible. So if you guys were to subscribe to my channel, it will really help me. I have already surpassed 8.5k, so hopefully I will be able to reach 9k at least at the end of this month. So please guys help me in this journey just like you have supported me before. So without wasting any more of your time, let us start our video. Last time we left off as we saw that how Naruto was, you can say, simply banished and betrayed by his so-called friends, as his godparents simply abandoned him. Jiraiya hated, though not that much, but still a part of him blamed Naruto for the death of his, you can say, surrogate son Minato Namikaze, his prodigy, his student, which Jiraiya considered as his own son, as he blamed Naruto for that though he was a seal master and knew that Naruto was not the Nine Tails, but still, as he still had hatred for Naruto, while on the other hand Tsunade clearly said that how she hated Naruto with all of her heart, because if Naruto were not to be born, the seal would not have broken and Kushina would still be alive, since Tsunade considered Kushina as her own daughter. So when they got the opportunity, they finally blamed Naruto for the, not only for the, you can say, departure of Sasuke, as Sasuke left the village because of him, but also saying that how he used so much force on him as Naruto was in the dungeon, as all of his friends came and telling him that how he's a demon, as Sakura was the loudest of the all, while on the other hand Kakashi also said that how he's disappointed in Naruto and how he should not have done that, while on the other hand only, you can say, Hinata was the one who supported Naruto, telling him that how she actually loved him and she believed that Naruto was not the one to be blamed and Sasuke is the traitor. As then Naruto was really happy after hearing that, as he simply smiled at her as his will finally came back, which started to break after all the assault of his so-called friends. But no, his will finally came back with all force, as now he was ready, while on the other hand time passes on as Leaf Village lost all of its alliances with all the villages like Sand Village, Spring Village, Spring Country, Tea Country, Vegetable Country, well quite strange name actually, while on the other hand as well as Taki Village, as all of these places were the place where Naruto was, you can say, considered as a hero, as a friend of major, you can say, leaders. So all of them cut their ties with Konoha, as Konoha got really hard blow, while on the other hand most of the people simply refuses to believe that it was their fault, saying that how it is all because of the demon, while on the other hand Tsunade as well as Danzo sent many ambushes to capture Naruto so that they can use him as a weapon or simply kill him off, seeing that how he could be a danger, but still Naruto simply, you can say, escape from all of them. After all, if he can paint all the underwears of Hyuga clan into orange in a single night, so-called people who can see everything, then he can easily, you can say, escape from the ambush, as Naruto simply left the Elemental Nation to the west and finally became, after years of hard work and fighting war, Naruto became the emperor of that place, as Jiraiya was captured, as Minato, as Kushina finally came back to, you can say, they never died since they both of them were sealed away into the seal of Naruto. So let us start our video from here on, as Jiraiya was gasping to after looking towards Naruto, who was sitting on his throne, as his councilmen were all over, as well as his generals, as Jiraiya could not even believe it. The kid who was the dead lost of the academy, the rejected shinobi of Konoha, the banished, his former son, was here, the emperor of the west, the nation which was 10 times bigger than all the elemental nations combined. He could not even believe his eyes as he said, Naruto, is that you? As Naruto simply chuckled at that, as he said, it seemed that in the old age, you have started to lose sight, have you, Sage? As Jiraiya's eyes widened, there was no doubt left in his mind. This was his former godson, the one he betrayed. As he remembered that, as he said, Naruto. As Naruto said, well, that is my name, Jiraiya. So, may I ask you, what are you doing here in my empire? Jiraiya's eyes widened as he said, Naruto, I know that the things happened 7 years ago, and I'm really sorry about it. But Leaf Village is at war, and we need the help of the Empire. I was here to just ask to the Emperor for the help. Please help the Leaf Village, Naruto. As Naruto started to chuckle and then started to you can say, burst into laughter as all the generals around the area and the council started to laugh at Jiraiya as Jiraiya was looking towards Naruto, as knowing that there is no help coming from the Empire whatsoever, and Naruto will be more than willing to simply bury that village alive. As Naruto simply, after some time, stopped and said, "Well, Jiraiya, and what made you think that I will even care for that hellhole to begin with, huh? And don't try to fool me, Jiraiya. I know that you're not here to fight an alliance or anything like that. You're just here to get the information on the West, aren't you, Jiraiya? I know that they would not have sent you here. They must have sent that Donzo and so-called elders who think that they have enough say in Konoha to do anything, especially that old hag. Well, don't worry. When they come, they will join you in the same dungeon you're going to spend all of your life to begin with." As Jiraiya's eyes widened, "No, Naruto, you cannot do that. Konoha needs me. As my spies are important for Konoha. They are at war. You cannot do this." As Naruto simply chuckled, "Then you should have thought that before, Jiraiya. Coming to my empire, unwanted, on the top of it, on the wrong password to begin with. You try to fool me, huh? Well, too bad. To be honest, I can easily kill you. As a matter of fact, I'm holding back so much anger at the moment." As Naruto simply smirked at that, "You have no idea." As all the demeanor of Naruto changed, as the Rinnegan activated, as Jiraiya could feel those eyes staring into his soul, as Jiraiya gasped for air with the pressure increasing, as Naruto stood up. "Tell me, Jiraiya, what were you even thinking, huh? For asking me to help you? Did you honestly believe that I will help a pathetic village such as yours who would like to punish the only, you can say, loyal people and always have favored traitors? Your village is nothing but a backstabber and the whole world knows about it. So it's only about time. Konoha, time is over, Jiraiya. Accept it." As Jiraiya wanted to say something, as Naruto said, "Enough. Take this old man and use the as a smirk." "Well, Jiraiya, you're the perfect sage. After all, you said that you're a super poet, but trust me, after 1 month, well, after that, all the power will be beaten out of you, and you will flinch only at the sight of a woman." As Jiraiya's eyes widened, as Naruto smirked, as he snapped his finger, as he said, "Take him away to the Hellcats." As Jiraiya said, "No, Naruto, you cannot do that. Konoha is your home." "No, Naruto," as Naruto said, "Stop it." As then Naruto looked towards Jiraiya with a serious expression on his face. "What did you say to me, Jiraiya?" As Jiraiya looked towards Naruto, "Naruto, Konoha is your home. I know that they have done some things wrong to you, but you have to understand." As Naruto smirked, as Naruto chuckled, a bitter chuckle, as said, "What do you have to understand? What do I have to understand, Jiraiya? Do I have to understand that all of my life was nothing? That my so-called friends were just backstabbers ready to stab me anytime? That the only person I looked up to, the old man, was just trying to make me a weapon? Or my own godfather abandoned me? What do I have to understand, Jiraiya? That you just have to backstab me and exile me from the village, huh? That is something I have to understand, Jiraiya?" As Jiraiya was looking towards Naruto now, not knowing what to say, as Naruto said, "Enough. Take him away, and you have only 15 days. Beat the pervert out of him. I want him flinching at even the image of a woman." As Hellcats finally arrive, this is the department of, you can say, torture and all. And Naruto smirk at that. "See you soon, Jiraiya." As Jiraiya did not even knew what to say at the moment, but there was something telling him that he do not want to, you can say, look forward to the torture which is waiting for him. Now let us cut back to the, you can say, Konoha side. As all, you can say, diplomatic party was ready, along with, you can say, 5 Daniels, nobles, as well as Sasuke, you can say, Konoha Rookie 9, as well as all the elders, Danzo, as Kakashi, Asuma, and some other, you can say, yeah, that is all. As they were on the ship, as then Asuma looked towards the captain and said, "So, you take most of the people to the west, huh?" As he said, "Well, west is a great place if you ask me. They really are. Many great people, especially our emperor. He's really something else." As Sasuke only scoffed at that, as then the captain looked towards him for some time, ignoring that you can say reaction. As he said, "So, what do you want to ask, huh?" As Kakashi said, "Well, we were just asking that. After all, we are travelers. We want to see that how that place actually is, and if there are some other places, and there's something we would like to ask, huh?" As Captain said, "Well, the West is really big of a place. Elemental nations are nothing compared to West. Elemental nations are really small. Though even in the war, many people go to West. And trust me, their, you can say, system is really great. No one of a traitor or anything like that can do anything there, because they will detect you at the moment you enter into, you can say, west. At this, most of the Konoha shinobi pale, knowing that now they have to go straight. They cannot, you can say that how they are just travelers and all. As Kakashi simply nodded at that, that must be a great barrier. As the person laughed, "Well, the Uzumakis are really great in the barriers. They are really something else." At this, most of the Konoha shinobi were a little surprised. As then you can say, "Couldn't I speak? Well, Uzumaki's, what are you talking about? Uzumaki's got extinct years ago." As then the captain looked towards her. "Well, not actually. My own wife is an Uzumaki, and she's a really great wife. And as a matter of fact, long ago in the second Shinobi War, as the Uzumaki traveled to the west, and how they are living here for a long time." At this, most of the Konoha shinobi were looking towards each other as Sasuke said, "Huh, Uzumaki clan, but that pathetic clan. What is that, huh?" And it was just a family of civilian, not a clan. As wondering that what is this fool even talking about? The only, you can say, family known to be a clan is only Uchihas in his eyes, after all. As Sakura said, "Yeah, Uzumakis are nothing." As the person looked towards him, "Hey, brat, watch your mouth. If you try to say anything about against Uzumakis, I will drop all of you here in the middle of nowhere. And trust me, I will do that." As Sasuke said, "As if I'm an Uchiha elite." As the person narrowed his eyes towards him and said, "Well, if that's the case, then trust me, I will, you can say, sink this ship right here and right now. So what will that be, huh?" As Kakashi looked towards Sasuke, "Sasuke, that is enough. Well, we do not want to, you can say, insult the Uzumaki, but we thought that how the Uzumakis were extinct after the second great shinobi war." As the person laughed it out, "Well, that is not actually the case. Those were just fools. As all the dead bodies were actually the army of Eva, Stone, Cloud, and Mist Village shinobis who were sent there, while Ontiat and Uzumakis long ago left the place, making a trap for those shinobis." Those were really fool. My wife always tell me stories about it. She was just a kid back then. At this, most of the, you can say, elders, Tanzo's eyes widened, knowing that they were the one who leaked the information so that Uzumakis could die. As they simply looked towards each other a bit nervously and sweating a little. As Kakashi said, "Well, I heard that the Uzumakis died out, but I never thought that. Why didn't they came to Konoha? We were allies." As Sakura said, "Kakashi sensei," as she, you can say, screech. As she said, "But the Uzumakis are, isn't that a civilian family?" As Kakashi simply shook his head, "Well, civilian council simply removed about the Uzumakis, but actually Uzumakis is a prestigious clan, actually cousins to the Senju clan." As both, you can say, Sasuke as well as all the Rookie 9 eyes widened as Sasuke scoffed at that. Both Uzumakis and Senjus are just weaklings. The only clan worth the power is none other than Uchiha clan." As the captain looked towards him, "Uchiha clan, well, they also exist in the west." At this, all the, you can say, Rookie 9, all the shinobis of village, they were silent. As Sasuke looked towards them, What are you talking about? The Uchihas got extinct." As the person simply shook his head, "Not actually. They have been living here for centuries. It was, I think it was at the time of war era, when Madara Uchiha took over the seat. Some Uchihas left for the west because they did not want to do anything with the Madara or something like that. Actually, my cousin, as As a matter of fact, both Uzumaki as well as Uchiha clan are good friends with each other. As Sasuke's eyes widened as he gritted his teeth as he said, "So, the Uchihas are living in the West, huh? Then perhaps it is about time for them to come under the rule of an Uchiha elite. Just like me, they must be weak to left the Uchiha clan." While on the other hand, Danzo was wondering, fine eyes are still waiting for me, huh, in the West. Then it's about time. As he only smirked at that inwardly, already making plans how he's going to manipulate some Uchihas to come with him so that he can put them all in the route, and then he will take their eyes, already making plans. While on the other hand, Sasuke was smirking, thinking that how after he went to the West, all of them will bow down to him. After all, he's an Uchiha elite, and he will show all of them the great power of the Uchiha clan. While on the other hand, Hinata was looking towards the captain. "Hey, I wanted to ask you about the Uzumakis. Have you heard about someone by the name of Naruto Uzumaki?" At this, all of the, you can say, people were looking towards Hinata in anger, some with hatred, especially Kiba. After all of these years, Kiba tried his best to get the attention of Hinata. After all, he had a huge crush on Hinata from the childhood, but still, Hinata paid him no mind after so many attempts, as Kiba was really angry about it and blame it all on Naruto. While on the other hand, the captain looked towards her. Of course, Naruto Uzumaki, he's a great guy. As a matter of fact, a war hero to begin with. At this, most of the Konoha shinobi were now pretty surprised, while on the other hand, Danzo was already making plans how he's going to get the 9th Jinchuriki back. As one of the, you can say, elders said, well, Uzumaki Naruto is a traitor to Konoha, and after we get to the Emperor, we will definitely get him back so that he can face the justice of Konoha. As the elder, now the captain stood up. "Alright, I have more than enough of you Konoha trash." At this, most of the people were surprised as the aura started to surround, you can say, the captain. As most of the people eyes widened, the chakra level were high cage. As most of them were ready to fight off. As Kakashi said, what are you doing?" As he said, "Alright, I have more than enough of you guys trying to insult the people of the West. I am from that place. And especially Uzumaki Naruto have the respect of all the West." Not telling them that he's actually the, you can say, ruler, but still. And one more word against him, and trust me, I will sink this boat right here and right now. It does not matter if we also die, because we are ready to die for our companion. Not like you Konoha trash. I have heard about you guys, how you guys like to always award traitors on the, you can say, and not paying any mind to the loyal shinobi. You're just trash and nothing more than trash. Uzumaki Naruto once told me that those who break rules are trash, but those who turn their back on their companions, their comrades, are worse than trash. At this, Kakashi's eyes widened for a moment, but he dismissed all those thoughts which were coming, like the thoughts of regret or things like that. He simply dismissed them. As he said, "And one more word, I will slaughter all of you." As Sasuke was grating in pure anger. But before Sasuke could say anything, Kakashi said, "Alright, we apologize for that. We did not meant by that, and we will not say anything now." As he gave Sasuke a look, as Sasuke grated his teeth, as the captain simply nodded. As Sasuke said, "Why did you stop me? I will slaughter him right now." As Kakashi said, "Shut up, Sasuke. Can't you look around? All these people have high gauge, at least high elite Jonin level chakra. They are shinobis, Sasuke. Do not try to do anything. We do not want in this ship any fight. You know that we are in the middle of a sea. We will drown, all of us, if this boat to be destroyed." As Sasuke gritted his teeth on that, while on the other hand, Danzo and the elders were also, you can say, a bit nervous. While on the other hand, Danzo was already making plans how he's going to use. As Sakura said, so Naruto Baka went to the West, suits him. After all, he's good for running and nothing more than that. But before she could even complete a sentence, as you can say, Kuna stuck into her shoulders, pinning her down to the, you can say, ship wall, and then several kunai stuck as she screamed into pain, and then a kunai was on her neck, as it was the captain, as all the shinobis were surrounded. As Kakashi cursed in his mind, as he said, "Listen to me, you little girl. One more word. I have already given you more than enough warning. This will already tell you that we do not like to play around in West. We will slaughter anyone who try to say anything against our own people. So, unless you want your tongue to be cut off, then you will know your place. As then Sakura was simply looking towards Sasuke, who was simply brooding and all. As he said, alright, see that? As he simply went off to the boat and started to drive it. Now get off of my face. I do not want to see your ugly faces. As all you can say, the workers were ready along with their swords and all, as they already were showing off their power with the, you can say, level increasing their chakra levels, as Sakura had already, you can say, bleeding all over her body. As Kakashi sighed, Sakura, I told you to shut up, didn't I? As Sakura wanted to scream or something like that, but still Kakashi simply chopped the neck, as knocking her out. Now let us cut back to, you can say, as now. Well guys, I have told you that Danzo was also there, but let's just say that Danzo is not there because I have some use of him, because I was about to kill him off in the Empire. So elders and their Danzo are not still there, but other rookie nines and those people are still here. So that is that. Now let us start from here on. As while on that hand, Sasuke was already making plans how he's going to show off the power of an Uchiha elite in the Empire, and then he will show the people of the Empire that he is an Uchiha elite, and then they will make him the Emperor, as he was smirking already, thinking of the plans, while on the other hand, Kakashi was simply trying to heal the wounds of Sakura, while Sasuke did not care, and Ino was also helping. So that is that. After some time, they finally arrived to the Empire, as Kakashi simply nodded at that. Alright, it's about time we go to the Emperor. After all, we are here for an important meeting, right? As the Fire Daniel nobles also agree with that. So they finally arrived to the shore, and then the captain nodded to some of the guards there, who simply nodded, and standing in front of them were simply two people standing there, as it was one an Uchiha, while on the other was an Uzumaki, simply by their red hair. As Kakashi simply noticed that, already knowing about the history and all, also knowing that when he was in the academy, he was told as well as learnt about the Uzumakis, while this generation does not know, and he has already explained to other Rookie 9 about the precious clan of the Uzumakis, while on the other hand, Sasuke simply refuses to listen anything, but others did, and pretty surprised that Naruto, that so-called previous demon, was belonged to such a clan, while on the other hand, in all of these years, Shikamaru already realized that Naruto was simply framed, and if he was so much of a demon, he would have leveled the village years ago. So he does regret his actions, while on the other hand, other Rookie 9s does not. But still, Choji is still with, you can say, Shikamaru, but Choji has a crush on Ino. So Ino hated Naruto, so Choji also hated Naruto. So that is that. Now let us cut back to as Kakashi stepped in and said, I think that you're here to take us right to the Emperor, right? As the Uchiha nodded at that. Well, allow me to introduce myself. As the male person stepped in and said, well, my name is Shin Uchiha, and this is my lovely wife, also known as Izumi Uzumaki. At this, you can say most of the people were surprised, as Kakashi said, so what I heard is right, Uchihas does exist in the West, huh? As he simply nodded at that. Well, in the East, Uchihas are really just a cursed clan, nothing more than that, and we have already moved on to the West. It is a really great place, if I must say. Kakashi of the Sharingan. As Kakashi simply I smiled at that. So you do know about me, huh? As he simply nodded. Alright, let us come. As they started to walk towards it, while on the other hand, Sasuke was simply looking towards Izumi Uzumaki with a, you can say, with a look in his eyes, as Shin noticed that, and he really hated that. As then Izumi also noticed it, as he said, do you have something to say, Uchiha-san? As Sasuke smirked at that. Well, you already know that I am the last Uchiha in the East. I am also an elite. So I was just wondering if you like to go around with me, as he smirked at that, already knowing that after all he is an Uchiha elite, so he will get whatever he wants. As Izumi simply scoffed at that. I heard that how the Uchihas in the East are just jerks, and I think that your brother did a favor to the East by eliminating all those power-hungry Uchihas in the East. After all, they are just half-blood to begin with. While on the other hand, Sasuke gritted his teeth. Listen to me, you little bitch. But before he could complete his sentence, a sword was on the neck of Sasuke, while on the other hand, the nobles of Fire Daniel were sweating a little. This was third time this Uchiha and these shinobis have put all of them into. As Shin looked towards Sasuke, this is the last warning, Half-Blood. If you try to attack my real wife, once again, I try to look towards her with those cursed eyes of yours. I will pull them from those sockets of yours and crush them in front of you. This is the last warning, Half-Blood. Try that again and I will cut you down. As Sasuke grated his teeth, who do you think you are? I'm an Uchiha elite, activating his Sharingan. As he simply scoffed, so much of an Uchiha, you're nothing but a half-blood. As Kakashi already knew that things are going to get hectic here and he should not have brought Sasuke with them. As Kakashi said, alright, enough, Sasuke. As he looked to a Shin who already had the Sharingan activated. As Sasuke was about to attack him, but then Shin moved with such a speed as next moment Sasuke was on the ground, face planted into the ground. As all the, you can say, guards, as all the shinobis of Konoha with the, you can say, sword to their neck, and all the, you can say, Fire Daniel nobles. As one of the nobles said, what are you doing? We are from the fire country. You cannot do this to us. As then a voice came, we can do whatever we want. As all of them looked up to see a person, a fairly old guy, at the age of at least 50, having long, you can say. As he started to walk towards them. Well, isn't that great? The shinobis of Leaf trying to pick a fight here once again. So all the rumors we heard about the hidden Leaf village are at least true. As Kakashi was already sweating, as well as Asuma. As Asuma said, and what rumors would that be? As the elders simply started to chuckle that Leaf Shinobi and all those belong to Fire Country do not have any honor to begin with. And they think that everything belongs to them. You are just a disgrace to the name of Shinobi. I'm pretty sure that Sage of Six Path would be really disappointed in all of you. But it does not matter to me. You try to abuse one of our children here in the west after coming from the east. Not only coming here to beg the help from us, on top of it you try to demand things from us. As at every word the, you can say, chakra was leaking from his body, as giving him an intimidating as aura. As he looked towards all of them, as he narrowed his eyes, Kakashi was already regretting, you can say, coming here with Sasuke, as it was the third time Sasuke had put all of them into trouble. Though he will not openly admit it, but still he's still a, you can say, genius, so he knew about whose mistake actually is. As he looked towards nobles, as he said, so you're the Fire Daniel nobles, huh? As he simply nodded at that, and who you might be, already pretty scared, as he said, allow me to introduce myself. I am the first general of our emperor, and trust me, we are going pretty easy on you. People like you, we just simply slaughter them. And trust me, take my word on that. One more mistake, I have already heard from our captain of the ship that you try to insult our emperor as well as the Uzumaki and the Uchiha clan here. So if you try to do anything against us, trust me, I will slaughter all of you without a second thought. No matter if you're from the fire country or whatsoever. As one of the nobles said, you cannot do this to us. We are the nobles of the fire country, the strongest in the east. As the captain started to chuckle and said, and what is the east, We are from the west, and west is 10 times the size of the east. While on the other hand, the fire country is not even the third of the east. So, what are you compared to us? As the noble quickly shut up on that, as then, you can say, Kakashi speak up. Well, we apologize for the mistake of Sasuke. We shall not do anything against it. We just want to talk with the emperor. As he simply nodded at that. Emperor will meet you tomorrow. Or try to do anything against the west, and trust me, you will all be slaughtered. Alright, let him go, Shin. We have other things to deal with. As he simply nodded at that, as he started to escort, you can say, all of them to the, you can say, their hotel. As then Kakashi looked to Shin and said, Shin-san. Shin looked towards Kakashi. Do you want something, Kakashi-san? As Kakashi said, well, I heard you calling Sasuke a half-blood. What do you mean by that? As Sasuke was also giving, you can say, attention to that, as well as all the Rookie 9, pretty angry already. As while on the other hand, Hinata was wondering if she will be able to find her Naruto-kun. So, you can say, Shin said, well, it's pretty simple. Long ago, in the time of the, you can say, Sage of Six Path, the adopted, you can say, student of the Uzumaki clan, known by the name of, you can say, the only daughter of the Uzumaki clan. She started to train two children. Both of them had, you can say, different diseases. First one had eye disease. He was not able to see anything. His name was Indra, while on the other hand, other was Ashura, who had pretty weak of a body, hardly able to walk. When she healed both of them, their body with the chakra got mutated. Indra got the Sharingan, while on the other hand, Ashura got the strong body and a will to, you can say, control the elements to some degree. Also the wood style. At this, all of their eyes widened, and thus came the time of the, you can say, Ashura and Indra, the Uchiha clan as well as the Senju clan, while on the other hand Uzumaki clan is the only true descendant to the Sage of Six Path. At this, everyone's eyes widened as Kakashi said, pardon me, but the history does not agree with you. According to the history, the Uzumaki clan is just a normal clan, while on the other hand, Uchiha clan as well as the Senju clan are the only descendants. Sasuke agreeing with that and wondering if this guy is an Uchiha, why he's saying that he does not belong to the, you can say, descendant of the Sage of Six Path, as Shin simply chuckled at that, well, quite simple-minded. Well, actually, when both Ashura and Indra got all of this power, they get jealous of the power of the daughter of the Sage of Six Path because she possessed the Rinnegan and far greater power than both of them. So both of them rebelled against her after all the things she has done to for both of them. I must say, I'm really disappointed in my ancestor Indra. He was an Uchiha then, but the daughter of the Sage of Six Paths simply destroyed both Indra as well as Ashura in the battle. As Ashura simply went off to make his own clan, while on the other hand Indra was really angry about it, about the Uzumaki clan. So he performed a blood ritual so that he can share some of the chakra of the eyes with normal people, making normal people the Uchihas to use the Sharingan, those who are half-blood, making normal people having the Sharingan. At this, Kakashi's eyes widened as Sasuke was gritting his teeth in pure anger. But in this time, you can say, Shin has already placed several seals on the body of Sasuke so that he can shut up, as Kakashi did not try to stop him, knowing that they are here for help, and Sasuke is making it difficult because of his ego and all. Though Kakashi was the one who promoted it in the beginning, but it became pretty, you can say, non-tolerable over the years, as he simply shook his head as he said, so what is the difference between the true blood and the half-blood? As Shin simply laughed, well, it's pretty simple. Since Indra did that in his hatred, so the half-blood carries his hatred along the generation as well, while on the other hand pure blood can easily, you can say, think for themselves, while on the other hand half-blood, once they activated the Mangekyo, they will get blind over the years, and you can say that over the years they will get blind and have nothing left in their eyes, and for activating their Mangekyo, they have to kill someone really close to them, while on the other hand the true blood shinobis of Uchiha clan do not have to do anything like that. They can easily think for themselves. The curse of hatred does not affect them, or they do not have to kill someone to activate their Mangekyo. They can activate it just like other Sharingan levels by training or near-death experiences or things like that. So we never get blind. That is the difference between the half-blood and the true blood Uchihas. At this, Kakashi's eyes widened along with all the Kuronai guy and all other shinobis there. Even Neji, who was thinking about fate, also was looking towards, you can say, Sasuke, whilst on the other hand Sasuke was fuming in pure utter anger, as then she looked towards him and smirked. In reality, half-blood are nothing more than the servants to the true blood shinobi, but in the time of Madara Uchiha, they, you can say, their arrogance became so much for the true blood shinobis, so they simply left off to the west so that they can start their own life, leaving behind Madara Uchiha, who was the only half-blood shinobi able to activate, you can say, the eternal Mangekyo after he took the eyes of his brother. Other than that, all other Uchihas are just half-blood and servants to the true blood shinobi at this point, as Shin purposely deactivated the seals on Sasuke's body, who started to fume in pure utter anger. How dare you to say that to me? I'm an Uchiha elite. As Shin laughed, elite, Only true blood shinobis are elite, not half blood. Who came only because of the pity and the mistake, nothing more than that. As Sasuke at this point was more than willing to attack Shin, but Shin already activated his shields and already you can say cut off the chakra network of Sasuke and shut his mouth once again. While on the other hand, he had to do the same thing with Sakura, who was trying her best to scream as much as she can. So that is that. As Kakashi simply shook his head, wondering how the you can say elders as well as the other shinobis are going to take this news, and they're definitely going to ask to kidnap some other Uchiha from here so that they can get the true blood shinobi, true blood Uchiha from the west as well. As he simply shook his head, as Asuma was also thinking the same thing as well as Kurenai, while on the other hand you can say Ino was looking towards Sasuke-kun or something like that, as Hinata did not care, wondering if now Uchiha is really going to say that how much of an elite he actually is. Now, as the you can say Fire Daniel nobles noted that they are going to report this to the Fire Daniel as well, while on the other hand they finally arrive. And now let us have a small time skip. In this time Sasuke and Sakura were fuming and screaming at the same time, telling Kakashi that how it is all a lie and Sasuke is the only true elite of an Uchiha there is. As Sasuke was pretty angry about this. How dare that guy say to him that how he's just a servant to the main as well as the pure blood Uchihas. He's going to show all of them that how he's an elite and all of them should bow down to him. After all, he's an Uchiha elite. As while on the Sakura was also sporting Sasuke, just like you can say, Sakura is Sakura and all those stupid things. As Kakashi simply nodded at that, as Asuma and all those were simply looking towards each other, wondering how they are actually going to report this back to the you can say their Hokage, and knowing that they are definitely going to do something stupid. As they simply shook their head. And now let us go back as Kakashi and all of them, as one of the you can say commander arrived, as he said, alright, are you ready to see our emperor? Inside he was smirking, already knowing what is coming forth. As Neji simply nodded at that, as well as Hayashi, who was there, silent all of this time but still smirking. He never liked the Uchiha that much. After all, both of these clans were against each other, but still, it was fun using the Uchiha for their own gains. As he was also listening to all of these things silently, as well as Neji, who was thinking something about fate and all. So, as Hayashi speak up, alright, lead the way, commander. As he simply nodded at that, alright, follow me. As they started to walk and they were looking around, the place was really something else. While on the other hand, Konoha is nothing, as this place is 10 times the size of whole Konoha, and that is saying something. The sides are really great. While on the other hand, Sasuke was thinking that all of this should belong to him simply because he's an Uchiha. Now, that damn Uchiha, other Uchiha, Shin, tried to put things like that, how he's a servant, how dare he to say that. As Sasuke all of this time was still fuming, and Sakura, trying to get on the better side of Sasuke, was also trying her best to cheer him up, as well as fuming at the same time, saying that how Sasuke-kun is the only elite there is and all of this belongs to Sasuke-kun, and after he's going to show how much of an elite he actually is, they will bow down to Sasuke and replace the emperor with Sasuke-kun. So, and things like that. Well, who cares about Sakura to begin with. Now let us go. As they finally arrive to the empire, you can say the palace of the emperor, as they were in utter awe, as Hinata was in this time were trying to look for Naruto-kun. So she activated her Byakugan, trying to look around all the place. Even all of these years, she can easily identify the chakra signature of Naruto-kun, but still she was not able to find anything, wondering if he does not live in this city or anything like that, and if she's not going to see her Naruto-kun after all of these years. As she simply shook her head, still determined. As they finally arrive, you can say, to the palace, while on the other hand, Hiyashi was already making plans how he's going to sell off Hinata to the empire, then he's going to take the treaty and all those different type of things. As he already was smirking inwardly, as well as Neji, as how they are going to sell Hinata or anything like that. Well, servitude is forbidden in this world at the moment, and that is a good thing actually. Now, that is the side. As they finally arrive to the main chamber in the council room, as well as the throne room of the emperor, as they arrive there, as then the council started to came in, and then the person speak up, now our emperor is coming. As all of the Konoha shinobi simply kneel, while on the other hand Sasuke tried to protest, but Kakashi simply forced him to do so, as well as you can say Asuma and all others as well, as all of them were on their knees as well as looking down, while on the other hand Naruto simply took his seat as he looked towards them. So Konoha Shinobi as well as the nobles of the daimyo, well, it's good to see you guys. You are able to arrive here without any trouble. Though I heard about some problems in your way, but still, I'm going to ignore it at the moment. So, how can I help you? As all of them were still on their knees, as they could see that most of the, you can say, gods there were putting them on their knees. As then you can say, Heihachi Speaker, well, Lord Emperor, we are here on the behalf of our Hokage as well as the daimyo, as well as the daimyo of the far country. We are here so that we can get a treaty as for our countries, between our countries, as one of the nobles said, as Heihachi speak out. And another matter, Lord Daimyo, we are also here to, you can say, in return you're going to get, you can say, resources of Namino Koni, as well, you can say, the fire country as well as our elite shinobis. And if you want, we are also willing to give one of our own shinobi to your country, as well as her name is Hinata Hyuga. As Naruto's eyes widened at that, as he was already looking towards Hinata when she arrived here, as he said, what do you mean by that? As Heihachi in restrained anger, as Heihachi said, well, we are willing to, you can say, give her to you in the servitude. After all, she belongs to the side branch of the Hyuga clan, just a servant, nothing more than that. As Naruto gritted his teeth as he, you can say, grabbed his throne, as he said, is that the case? Well, I'm not going to give the treaty just because you're giving me this Hyuga. So, but still, if you're willing to sell her, then there's no problem in that. I'm willing to buy her. As yeah, she was already smirking. Even if in return of Hinata, they're not going to get, you can say, the treaty, but still, he's going to get rid of that weakling as well as the useless Hyuga to begin with. As a smirk on that, as well as Neji was already smirking, thinking that how it is a fate of Hinata, and he was right. It is always the fate and destiny. As Naruto was already restraining all of his anger, as he said, in return of her, I'm not going to give you the treaty, but still, if the money is the concern, then how about it? 200,000 Ryu. As Heihachi's eyes widened at that, that was really a great amount of money. As I said, well, I accept that, and it will be my honor. As Naruto simply nodded at that, as he simply put a paper in front of Heihachi, who simply signed it and got all the money, still on his knees, not looking towards the emperor. As Hinata was really saddened at that, how she has been sold to the empire as a servant, and then she simply stood up and started to walk towards the emperor as a guard was escorting her. As she looked towards the emperor, as her eyes widened, as she gasped, as Naruto gave her a gentle smile and then put a finger to his lip, giving her a signal to stay silent. As Naruto moved her hand as the door opened, as Hinata simply went off with a smile on her face, as she has finally found it. She has found her Naruto-kun, as she was really happy on that. As Naruto smirked at that, now it's about time for this Konoha trash to know their place, as he gritted his teeth in anger. Now, okay guys, here I will have this part. In the next part, there will be bashing of, you can say, all this escort, and then you can say, you will see the condition of Jiraiya, what happened to him, and even the Minato and Kushina some scene will happen. So if you guys enjoy this part, please like it and subscribe. The next part, the like goal is going to be, you guys already know, 300 likes and 150 comments. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, so yeah guys, peace.